Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Morning Musings, where we are listening for a message from our universe about going for our big dreams. Yeah, this message is going to be coming through. We're using the Sacred Rebels Oracle Dar deck from Alana Fairchild as the conduit for that message. And yeah, it's about going for our big dreams, which means it's about doing the things that you love doing the things that get you up inside, make you feel good, um, lift your spirits, really bring you into who you are, right? So we're going to do a little meditation and then pull the card uh, and see what the message is for today. So but before we do, gotta take care of business. Hit that like and subscribe button, and there's a bell up there somewhere that will notify you when I go live next, which I try to do every day. Uh, so yeah. Oh, so knowing you is like the big part of this, right? We've tended to push ourselves a little lower on the responsibilities scale, if you will, through life because other people are saying, you know, do for others, which is a great thing. I'm not saying don't do for others, but you got to take care of you first. And if you are living with your big dream in alignment with that, then you're going to help others. It's just the way it works. If you are in alignment with who you are, your gift is going to show up. So why not be in alignment with yourself? And that way you naturally help others. All right. So this meditation is one that you can move in, right? You don't have to be like, oh, be quiet, right? If you feel like doing that, that's great. But if your body feels like it needs to move or twitch or wriggle or whatever, that's okay. Yawns are also okay. That's part of that movement. That's part of the bubbling up. That's part of getting to know you, right? That shifting, realigning, that getting through within. So get comfortable where you are, standing, sitting, laying down, however it is, and just settle in. I like to close my eyes, so I'm going to do that. If you wish to do that, that's fine. If not, that's cool too. Take a deep breath. Oh. And just settle into your body. Get to know it, right? Just feel it, scan your body. And I want you to scan your body at this point in time for all the things that feel good. The muscles that just work, the areas that you never think about because they don't call your attention to them. And just thank you. Thank you very much for working, for the muscles expanding and contracting, the joints moving like they should, the internal organs working their job diligently and without fail or needing any attention. Thank you. Thank you for working. I appreciate you. Grateful that you keep me healthy, that you keep doing things. And now, another deep breath. Now I want you to focus on those areas that do demand a little attention. The pain that's there, the tension that might be there. Perhaps there's an injury or a dis-ease happening. And I want you to thank your body for these signals, the signals that they are fighting for you to keep you healthy. They're fighting off whatever's invading. They're fighting off you going a little too far when it's been too much, that injury, right? It's fighting for you to be healthy. Thank you. I appreciate you, and I come back to remind you that I really do appreciate this work that you're doing in this body. And there are things in place that are caught in a loop. That chronic tension, that chronic dis-ease. It's a loop from something that happened a long time ago. Some occurrence, some situation, incident, a person or a group of people. Maybe it was an environment that you lived in that you had to survive. You had to survive that moment. You had to survive that environment. You had to survive. And so your body created ways of being to survive, to come through healthy and alive. Through things that were mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically challenging, to build up the muscles, to build up the skills, to deal with that. And something happened where the body did not get the memo that that's complete, that that is over. It's no longer in your world, no longer something that you need to fight. You have a new way of being, a new environment you're in, new people that surround you. But the body doesn't know that. So we're here to remind it. Thank you, body, for fighting for so long. And that environment no longer exists. Those people are no longer around me. That incident is no longer happening. And so we can close the loop. We can stop that fight. So that tension doesn't need to be there as a turtle shell to protect us. That dis-ease that we're fighting really isn't there anymore. So we can let it be and release it. This may take some time for the body to recognize and release and close the loop. So we come back every day to remind ourselves That loop is closed, and we don't need to go back there. We can put those tools in the toolbox so that there is space and capability to learn something new, to expand and grow with love and grace. Yeah. And as you and your body are getting used to this idea that you can let go of what was being in the past, close the loop, heal the body, I want you to go into your heart center and notice the boundaries built up around your heart, those protective measures, those survival techniques, and know that they are good. And notice the ones that are still doing their job very well and that need to be there. And notice the ones that have outlived their usefulness and have now become barriers and blocks, keeping you from moving forward, keeping you from doing what you know you were meant to be doing. And as you're noticing these, no judgment, no shoulda, woulda, couldas, as you're noticing these blocks and walls and protective measures, you notice that there is this soft glow around these boundaries built around your heart that is just beautiful, warm, and inviting. And it's intriguing. So you start to walk through your boundaries as only you can do because you are the architect of them. Looking through these boundaries, you notice which ones need to be revamped, remodeled, torn down, rebuilt in new, more allowing ways. And the light gets brighter as you get closer and closer. And finally, you step over the very first boundary you ever set in your life. And you step into this amazing light, this warm, perfect temperature, space, and brilliance that is not blinding, but is welcoming and encouraging and just lovely. This, this light, this space, this is you. This is your divine spark. This is your gift to the world. This is what you have been protecting all these years with those safety protocols, with those protective measures, with those walls, with those boundaries. This, this precious light, this warm, inviting light, this gift to the world. And now that you have all these skills that you have learned, all these ways of being that you have been, this light is ready to shine. It's prepared. It's strong enough. It's courageous enough. It has the capabilities to keep itself safe and still shine. It no longer needs to hide. And as you are getting reconnected to this beautiful light within, your divine spark, I want you to reach out into the center of the earth, deep, deep down to the center where that creative life force begins. That energy that has created everything that surrounds us. I want you to invite that energy up into your body, through your feet, up into your shins, your knees, your thighs, your hips, up your spine, into your chest, into your shoulders, down your arms, up into your neck and your head. This beautiful energy of creation and life force spinning around, touching every cell of your body, bringing health, taking out what no longer serves, filtering it through your organs to be released, and connecting to your divine spark, to your gift, to your being, and saying, yes, let's create this life. Let's bring this gift to the world. And as those two are connecting, reaching out into the sky, into the stars, into the galaxy, the universe, the cosmos, deep, deep, deep within, where that knowledge and connection is. The connectivity to everything in the universe, known and unknown. And the knowledge that all that connection brings. And invite that energy down into your body, through your mind, down your neck, into your shoulders, down your arms, down your spine, into your chest, your torso, down into your hips, your legs, your knees, your thighs, your shins, your ankles, and your feet, swirling around just like that creative life force from the earth, touching every cell in your body, bringing knowledge and connection. And finally, connecting to your divine spark, to that creative life force of the earth, and laying out the path of knowledge before you, with all the tools that you need to navigate all the obstacles that come along, to bring in the connections to other beings at just the right time when you need it the most, so that you can move down your path towards your big dream, your life as you know it should be, as you know it will be, as you know it can be. And you step onto that path for the first time, for the next time, with gratitude, with courage, with happiness, with knowing. Thank you for showing me the way. for creating the connection, for bringing the knowledge, for having this life force, bringing your gift to the world. One step, no matter how micro of a baby step it may be. One little action at a time. Oh, great blessings. Amen. So might it be. Our card for today is collaborative dreaming. Collaborative dreaming. It's been a while since we've had this one. Collaborative dreaming. Your heart is big enough to dream not only for yourself, but for a new humanity. Imagine a world that is healed with respect, understanding, and with community that fosters life. Even your dreams that relate to you alone will contribute positively to the greater good because that is the nature of your heart. Your heart naturally and intelligently cooperates in the grand scheme of loving creativity, working to heal the hearts of the world. The heart creates win-win situations that benefit the individual and the collective. You are being asked to honor your growing desire to co-create with conscious, like-minded people. Your collaborative dreaming is a heart-inspired win-win, bringing mutual enhancement to yourself and others. The heart wants to love and be loved. Working with others creatively is a way to allow your heart to grow. It is a chance for you to learn how to honor yourself and others and to find ways to live and let live. Simply by growing and strengthening your active trust in your heart's guidance. You are asked to bear the rough patches that can happen when you work creatively with others. Ideas may clash and there can be friction, particularly if you have different ways of working. Sometimes big dreams need more fire to ignite them into reality. More fire might require more friction along the creative path. It is not meant to be a permanent condition, just an aspect of the creative process from which you can learn something useful, if you wish. Your guidance is to embrace any experiences of friction or tension within yourself or as you work with another with compassion, detachment, and tolerance. Creative endeavors, particularly involving groups, can bring up unresolved issues without about being valued, heard, or capable. They can also trigger disputes about taking responsibility or inflame insecurities about being cast into unfamiliar roles of leadership or of having to follow. This might happen for you, for others, or for all involved. The stronger the creative energy that flows, the more likely that triggering will take place. It is the nature of creative energy to move in all directions. It doesn't just want to grow one project. Everything that comes into contact with it will grow. That means that the art of and the artists are in the process of creation. This can be smooth, but it is more likely to be rough sailing, at least at times. This is not a sign that something isn't working. Far from it. It is more usually a sign that the growth is happening and you are feeling the growing pains. This oracle is guiding you to stay in your integrity, honor what you feel, and remember why you chose to open up to group endeavors in the first place, especially if the group involvement becomes complex or challenging. Call on unconditional love each day and evening. It only takes a moment to do. I call on unconditional love. Please help and guide me in and this project. You are going through this experience or will be in the near future because you are a part of a new creative learning program for humanity. This learning program is taking place at a spiritual level, and it requires highly individualistic and creative people to learn to work with each other without compromising who they are in order to reach a common creative goal. It is wonderful, important, and challenging creative and spiritual work. You need a strong sense of self to be able to engage in the process and not lose your voice during the journey. You need a strong enough sense of self to be flexible and know when to bend rather than break. You have to intuit what is going to be a good heart inspired sacrifice for the greater good and when you will need to stay true to your own voice for the greater good. Only the heart can guide you on these matters, and others may not always agree with your instincts, and vice versa. That is part of the challenge of staying present so that the friction created can be channeled into creative energy rather than lost in emotional turmoil. Please remember that what really matters is that you hear your own voice. Others may or may not be able to receive it. When you hear your own voice, you will be able to connect with your heart truths. You will know when it is right to remain in a group or when you need to withdraw in order to work with others who resonate at a more appropriate vibration, perhaps more in harmony with your own. Not every collaboration will be long term. Sometimes the learning will be short, sharp, and possibly even painful before it turns into the wisdom that is gained from experience. At other times, the journey will be more loving, supportive, and harmonious. This is neither better nor worse, just different. This oracle comes with particular guidance for you at this phase of your life path and creative journey. You are no longer to think of yourself as the lone wolf. Yes, you have your unique path to tread, but you now have tasks to accomplish for your own growth and the greater good that requires more than a one-man band. You will still do your own work, of course. However, others are on the way to help you. There's only so much a single drop of water can do on its own, though it is precious. Together, those drops can become a wave and make a considerable impact in the world. You are a part of a wave of loving consciousness, and you are meant to be exploring collaborative dreams, healing relationships, and conscious communities. Some connections will be short lived and perhaps involve some learning experiences that you are hopeful of never needing to repeat. Others will be longer term loves. Either way, you will emerge more of yourself and more in connection with the world that wants your ideas, presence, energy, and light. This oracle brings a message to those of you that are involved in a group and are struggling over whether to continue or to let go and move on. You are asked to trust your heart, not to allow any group to become more powerful than the wisdom of your own heart. Always allow the sacred rebel within you to question authority. Is it loving and wise authority? Or is it coming from a place of fear-based control? Look to your heart's wisdom to discern whether your involvement in a group is healthy or not. Sometimes a group can only receive so much of our energy before it is time to move on. Sometimes a group is not receiving us at all, but we feel that we are meant to be a guiding hand in it for a period of time before our heart urges us to let go. Ask for guidance. Do the healing process below and trust in the feelings that become clear to you over time. You will know what to do, and you must always trust your own voice above any other. Collaborative dreaming. Let's do the healing process. Imagine a chain of paper dolls, all connected, forming a circle. Imagine that circular chain of paper dolls can be filled with a beautiful golden light, which begins in the heart of each paper doll. The light shines out and shimmers, making the paper dolls radiant, shining, and golden. Imagine a feeling of love, connection, help, and goodwill shining along with the golden light. Mm. Stay with that image or feeling as long as feels good for you. Then simply open your eyes and you have completed the healing process. Collaborative dreaming. We're humans. We're society. We love being with others. And we try to fit in with others. And sometimes we find a group that we think works, but maybe too confining. Or maybe it grows with you and it's all the things. And then sometimes we have to find somewhere else because something's not aligned, right? They go one direction and you're like, I want to go this way. And it's okay because there's another group over here that's just waiting for you. It's just ready for you to bring your energy. And you're ready for their energy because that's the next level for you. And this group that you were in goes on to their next level for them. And it may be different, a different place, a different configuration in the universe. But you get that collaboration. And then you move on to the next collaboration. And then the next one. And some people will be with you along your travels, either in parallel or right next to you or crossing, coming back, weaving in and out, weaving this tapestry of life that makes things so beautiful. And it's all the different colors of that tapestry, of the thread that makes this beautiful picture. And some colors never touch the other ones, right? But they still weave. It's still collaborative. It's still a part of this big picture called life. That's so beautiful. So beautiful. Take a look at your collaborations. Is it still good? Do you need to move on? Do you need to dive deeper? Just notice today. Just notice. See how you're weaving the tapestry, how things connect through the different colors. Namaste. Thank you for being here. And if you are needing some new weave in your tapestry, some new way of co-creating, a new energy, like you're ready to move to a new group or whatever. Big Dreams Wake Up Call is happening on February 22nd. There's a link down in the description below, and it's where we're going to get together and we're going to find out more about this dream of yours, get clarity on it, so that you can see what the next opportunity is for you. Because when you're clear on who you are and where you want to be going, you can see the threads that connect. I do hope that you'll come and join us. Again, the link is in the description below. And with that, keep your eyes on the horizon, your hands on the wheel, and your foot on the gas, baby. Let's do this. And I will see you tomorrow.